Hello everybody, Idaho Sledhead, Marcus Crawford here. I just did a review of the Visuo XS812 drone, and in that review one of the things that I talked about was this button right here that put it into headless mode, and I stated that I wondered why anybody would want to do that. So I got to thinking about that, and why would I say something like that without ever having tried it out? So I'm thinking we'll put this drone up in the air, this little under $100 GPS enabled drone, and I'm going to try headless mode and see if I can figure out exactly what it does. If I understand it correctly, when you push forward and backward, pushing up will always go away from the remote control, and back will always bring it back to the remote control. So I guess I can see some use for that. Then the other thing that they said it's handy for is panning. So even though this little drone has a not so great camera on it, we'll see if we can get some pan shots and try that out and see what it does. So that said, let's get this little son of a gun in the air. Okie dokie, the aircraft has told me that it's found all the satellites it needs and it's ready to take off, so let's arm the motors and fire it up. Okie dokie, I'm going to flip the camera up here and turn it around so you guys can see what's going on. Okie dokie, let's send her out here a little ways. I guess I better start some video. Video has begun. Let's send her away. Okay, I'm going to bring it down a little bit, make it a little easier to see. Okay, hopefully the camera can see that. I am now putting it in headless mode. And even though it's pointed towards us, if I push the stick, sorry about that, if I push the stick up, it should send it away. And you know, it does exactly that. So I've got the head pointed to us. So I'll pull the stick down and it should bring it back to us. And that's exactly what it's doing. Okay, so I'm going to try a pan shot. I'm going to get some altitude, and you may not be able to see this on the camera. But I am going to point it away and do some panning. By the way, the battery life on this thing, it's already down to 75% battery. Okay, I'm going to pull it back slow and pan at the same time. One thing I've noticed about this drone is that fine controls are difficult. But it is coming back, and I'm doing a 360 pan, so we'll see what that looks like on video. Okay, then back out away. Okay, yeah, this is a little weird for me. I'm used to flying in FPV mode, flying DJI drones, but this thing, you know, once you're used to that, although I can see the benefit if you were not sure where you were at, putting it in headless mode and pulling the stick back is going to bring the drone back to you. So I've got the drone facing away from us here. I'm going to see if I can bring it back. Guys, I'm sorry. This is just not, the controls are just a little bit more difficult than what I'm used to with the DJI product. I don't know, you know, maybe I need to trim this thing, but it seems like when I pull it back, it also goes to the left, and I believe I'm pulling it straight down. Okie dokie. Well, you get it. I am going to take it out of headless mode now. And let's see, yeah, that worked. It's no longer in headless mode. So the other thing that I want to do with this drone is I want to see how high it'll go. And we're down to 50% battery. So, I'm just going to go straight up, and you're not going to be able to see much. And unfortunately, you can't, you can't point the camera down on this. You have no control over the camera. But let's see. It says it's saying 40 meters altitude. It's going up. Boy, it is going. Yeah. We're up there a ways, so about 60 meters is as high as we legally should go. So yeah, that's up there. Yeah, so it definitely will climb. That's not an issue. That's amazing. So let's do a quick pan around here. Like I said, one of the things that I've noticed about this drone is that it's awful difficult to do fine control. I mean, to do a slow pan here it's really tough. Okie dokie, I'm gonna bring her down. And she's coming down pretty quick. Show you what it sees here. Yeah, I'm on full stick down, and I guess it's coming down fairly quickly. I think the DJI drone would probably be a little quicker. Let's do a quick circle. I'm going to bring it above me here, and I'm going to press circle, and let's see what it does. Okay, you guys, it turned directly to my left. I'm going to move the camera around here so you can see it. So I'm going to do a, yeah, it's facing me now. So I'm going to hit the stick right. and it's circling, although not at a very fast speed. Maybe I can speed it up. Yeah, I can. Yeah, so all I needed to do, I set the, I just hit the stick a little harder and it circled quite a bit faster. Yeah, so it hit the ground there. I don't know if you saw that. It slowly came down, but it was showing about 20% battery life left, so maybe it tried to auto land. I'm not sure. So it was partway through the rotation there, and it just started slowly losing altitude and came down. But it's still showing some battery, so I'm going to get it back up in the air again. Okay, there we go. So let's hit return to home and see what happens. Yeah, it just landed. Yeah, it didn't gain altitude, didn't do anything, it just came right down. So the funny thing is, if you look at this, it's showing 62% battery again here. So the battery meter on this thing is not the most accurate in the world. Yeah, now it's showing 33% battery. We have actually been recording for 9 minutes, so that's pretty good. If we get 10-minute flight time out of it, I'd say that's pretty good. Okay, I'm going to move it away from where we took off and hit return to home and see what happens. Okay, so now it's rising in altitude, like you would expect. It's directly above us. So it's coming down. It's saying like 25% battery. And it's pausing. It's pretty close to the curb here. Let's see what it does. Fortunately, it's a light enough drone that I don't think there's much you can do to harm it. Yeah, there we go. Okie dokie. Well, that's about it. Let's shut this thing off so we don't quit getting that beeping noise. But here she is, the little Visuo XS812. I guess I have to apologize. I will say that I do see a use for headless mode, and yeah, so it was kind of cool. I can see where you could do some pretty good pan shots with it. It keeps coming back to you, and then you can pan the camera however you want. The one other thing that I wanted to add that I noticed about this particular little drone is, boy, you better plan ahead for your flights, because it takes all of 4 hours to charge one battery, and I think we got about 10 minutes out of that, so a little more. So actually we probably flew a good if the timer is correct on the camera here, we had the camera on for a good 10.5 minutes. So if that's the case, I'd say that's pretty good. You know, now that I think about that, it sure doesn't seem like it was that long, but maybe. In any case, the little Visuo XS812, less than $100 for a GPS drone. Man, I'm having a lot of fun with this thing. What I've noticed is, because it's a cheaper drone, I don't have near the anxiety flying this thing around as I do with my DJI Mavic 2. Obviously, you've got a bigger investment in that. So, in any case, Thank you for watching. Idaho Sledhead, Marcus Crawford out.